Hey guys, sorry, it's Rebecca. Um, we are filming from my living room today. Normally we film up in my office, but today we're sitting in my living room. So I tried to record a video already once, and it refuses to upload. So now we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try it while we're sitting here. Alright guys, so I'm just doing my week 6 update. I know that I don't think I've posted one since week 4. Life has been a bit crazy. I've been working and volunteering and lots of stuff going on. 'Tis the season we're getting into the Christmas holiday rush, so hopefully you all are enjoying so far your beginnings of the Christmas season. So we'll get right to it. We'll go with the stats. So I had surgery on October 24th of this year. So that's 2017. My highest weight recorded was 384 pounds, and I am currently sitting between 320 and 324 pounds. Making my total weight loss so far from October 3rd, which was when I started my OptiFast, of 60 to 64 pounds, and my weight loss from surgery being 30 to about 34 pounds. So it's not too bad. 6 weeks post-op, and I've lost, 34 pounds just from surgery. That's a pretty good amount, I would say. Most people would lose that in about 3 months. I've lost, 60, we'll go with 60 pounds, we'll say, since the beginning of October. So that's 2 months. Most people lose that about in 6 months. So, this is pretty exciting. It's a lot of big changes, and that's pretty awesome. So, yeah. What else is new and exciting? I have actually been to the gym. Sorry, I'm repositioning. I'm on a little love seat, and so I get all cramped up sitting in one position. I really should sit in my chair. Okay. So I've been to the gym, which was awesome. I spent about an hour at the gym one day, just trying to figure out sort of what worked for me, what didn't work for me, what felt right, what didn't. And I went with a really awesome friend who does a lot of working out, and is really knowledgeable. And so she kind of walked me through a couple things, which was really awesome. Outside of that, I've been working, so I've been getting lots of steps in just by working a retail job, so that's keeping me fairly active, and then just trying to, do a little bit more every day. I had another, well, I call them not like a non-scale victory. So my first big non-scale victory was being able to put on a pair of fashion boots and tie them up without having to have anybody else help me to get them on. Since then, I've been able to do things like cut my own toenails, which sounds like whatever, everybody should be able to do that. But when you reach a certain weight, apparently not so much. So I've been able to start doing a lot more self-care, putting on my own socks, my own shoes, tying them up, bending down, getting back up, just doing more things that I used to be able to do. Last week, I took a bath for the first time. So I've been, I used to love, love, love taking baths. They're my way to relax and to have a little bit of self-care time. And I haven't been able to do that probably in like 3 years, I'm going to say. And last week I took a bath and loved it. I don't think I got out for like an hour and a half. It was amazing, and I'm excited to have more baths. I know for Christmas I asked for some bath specific things, so I'm super excited about that. What else is new? We put up our Christmas tree, so if I pan this way, our Christmas tree is up. You can't see it all. There we go. And can you see it? There we go. And the star at the top. So we were excited to get that up. It's probably one of our favorite things to do together. We are thinking that we need a new tree next year. This one is starting to get a little bit sparse. It is a fake tree. We're not allowed to have a real tree in the place that we live in. But we're going to look at getting a new tree for next year. So I'm excited about that, but I like our little tree. It's nice, and it's good quality time to spend together. So we did that, and we've done some Christmas shopping, and just the basic things, just basic things, you know. Um, yeah. What else? I feel like there's not a lot new, but I've done a lot of stuff. Um, I've been on the go a lot. I've been out visiting people and at church activities and work and doing vendor events for my Jamberry business and just all sorts of stuff. So for someone who's like, still recovering, I'm like crazy busy. So I'm starting to really feel the effects of that. I've been having incredible back pain, um, which when I talked to my team at my 1 month appointment, they said that that is normal to have because you lose weight so quickly that that your whole body, like, you have to learn to reposition your stance, your walk, everything changes and it needs to catch up. And a good friend of mine who's also gone through a lot of weight loss before and had some random medical issues come up from that, so that, what we forget is that when we lose a lot of weight, it can activate new muscles. Like when our body's changing how we stand and how we walk and lay down and sit, we're using different sets of muscle groups than what we were doing before, and those muscles haven't been used in a while. So all of a sudden you're like, okay, and go. They're like, wait a minute, this hurts. Like, what are you doing to us? So, um, I think it's a combination of a lot of things, but the back pain probably has been the worst. Also, I went from sort of being able to tolerate everything and thinking this is fantastic to my stomach is now being very picky, and a lot of things are making me feel nauseous. But I think that's just like part of the healing process that, um, I'm dealing with what they call a newborn stomach. And so some days something might be okay, and other days it may not be. So we're going to see how that plays out. Um, I've hit a plateau, so I don't think I've lost any weight since about week 4.5, week 5. But I'm not surprised because I've heard that a lot of people hit a plateau at week 3, and I didn't. So I think I've hit that plateau. I think part of it too has to do with because I've been working and because my stomach has been so off, like not wanting to kind of eat a lot of things. I haven't been eating properly. I haven't been eating 3 meals a day. I know I'm not getting my protein in. Um, so I think that stalled out my weight loss a little bit. So I've started re-adding back in my premier protein shakes and making some more plans for the types of food that I'm going to eat and what that looks like and how that all is going to work out. So um, I'm making sure that like I'm going to get in 3 meals at least a day, and lots of water in between, and then go from there. Um, so it's not that I've been eating like anything necessarily bad for me. I just haven't been eating enough of the right things. So um, I might eat soup because it'll sit well, but that soup doesn't have any protein in it. And so making sure that I'm putting protein based foods into my meals and making that my main priority. And so it's just part of the learning curve. It's part of remembering and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. Um, so, and I think we all go through that. Um, the other thing that I'm excited about is this week I am going to um, a weight loss meeting. So in my local area, there's a lady who started a basically like support group for people who have been through bariatric surgery, and it's also opened up to people who are pre-surgery. So that's any type of bariatric surgery. So the band, the sleeve, the full bypass, any of those things, and anybody in the process of getting those. Um, this month we're actually doing a Christmas potluck, as well as how to get through the holidays. And so I'm excited to kind of see what people have to say, what their suggestions are, because this will be my first like big holiday, not being able to eat the way I used to. The holidays, as we all know, are full of treats and food based things, and you can't have those. Um, I don't know, maybe you can. Some people can eat the sugars and everything else. So far, I haven't tried, I haven't pushed the boundaries because I'm already kind of struggling with some regular foods. Um, and portion sizes. I mean, everybody knows that the holidays are a time for overindulging in meals and treats and everything else. And so it's just relearning. So I'm interested to see what people have to say that they used for tips and tricks to get through the holidays. Um, Speaking of holidays, I've definitely hit some of the not holiday sadness, but a little bit of like the bariatric sadness, I guess. I don't know if there's a term for it, but I think like many times in the journey after having surgery, you'll hit points where you're like, oh, you know, that's sad, I can't do that. Or you grieve a little bit of a loss of something. It may be you can't go out with friends to go to your favorite pub anymore, or um, you can't eat your favorite burger. And I don't know, like everybody's different. I'm just trying to come up with stuff off the top of my head. For me, it's some of the Christmas traditions that we've had in our family for a long time. So one of the things that we always do is my mom would make cranberry ginger ale. So cranberry juice and ginger ale. Well, you can't have pop after surgery. So I know that like on Christmas morning we'd always have this cranberry ginger ale drink. I can't have that. And I got a little sad when I saw in the stores, I saw cans of cranberry ginger ale. And it just made me think about, okay, I'm not going to be able to have that. So I need to come up with something else to kind of not replace it, but replace it in a way. Like something else that does work for me. Um, Advent calendars. I think a lot of family have advent calendars, and especially for kids. Well, that's a tradition that my family has carried through to, excuse me, into adulthood. So even the adults get um, advent calendars. Um, this year, I didn't buy one for my husband or for myself because I know that I can't have candy. But it makes me kind of sad because there's something special about being like, oh yeah, it's day 3. Like we need to open up our advent calendar and counting down those days. And um, Christmas is a big deal in our family, so it may seem kind of silly and like whatever. But for us, this is our big holiday. This is our big deal. It was always a big deal with my mom. I picked that up. Christmas has always been a huge deal for me. Um, and so it's part of that excitement. But Justin and I went shopping yesterday to pick up some Christmas gifts, and we happened to wander down the Christmas aisle, and there was this fabric advent calendar that you hang on your wall, and you can put whatever you want into these little pouches for the advent calendar. And I said to him, we should buy two, one for me and one for him, and then he can fill mine and I can fill his. And so whether it's a love note on a day, a Bible verse, a little trinket of something that we know that person would love, something that's not food related, although I will accept tea because I absolutely adore tea. So it's not really food related. Oh my goodness. Oh, sorry guys, but it could be. Sorry guys, I'm tired all of the time. Always, always tired. So that was one of the things that we talked about for next year is figuring out some different things that we just didn't have the forethought to this year because it wasn't on our radar. We were just trying to get through the surgery and then the beginning of the healing process, and then oh look, it's getting into Christmas season, and here we are. So if you guys have ideas like what you do that's not food related for the holidays, comment below. I would love to hear some holiday traditions that you've started or have started since bariatric surgery or are implementing um, in preparation for your bariatric surgery. Because I think sometimes the best way that we can figure stuff out is by hearing what those around us do. Um, Outside of that, life is pretty good, guys. Um, I think, Every day is a chance to change and grow and to learn and to become happier and healthier. And even though I've hit a plateau, I've lost 4 inches in my waist alone. I've lost like 3 inches in my hips. That's 7 inches so far. I think I've lost like 2 or 3 inches in my neck. I haven't measured, I didn't measure my arms before surgery or my legs, but I can tell you that they're down in inches. So remember that the scale isn't everything, that you can still be losing inches when you're not losing weight, or like not, the scale's not changing. So don't get discouraged. Take it as a whole picture. Your clothes fitting differently. Um, what does the scale say? What do the inches say? How do you feel about things? Are you doing your best to follow the plan that your team has put into place? And so, just don't get discouraged. And don't get discouraged if you find that there's things that you can't participate in or can't do anymore. Because it's only going to be for a moment. Maybe for a year you can't go out to that pub, but maybe there's something else that you and your friends can do. Maybe you can go bowling or go to a movie, or who knows? Who knows? Who knows? It's endless. The options are endless. There is lots of non-food related things that we can do with our communities. Um, so just keep that in mind. Alright guys, this video is a lot longer than I had anticipated, but thank you for sticking with me so far. Let me know how you're all doing. If you've had the surgery, how's it going? If you're pre-op, how are you feeling about it? Do you have questions? Maybe we can answer them as a community. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful, amazing, awesome day, and we will talk to you soon. Bye!